How's it going, coaches and basketball players? Today we are going to go over a 2-3 zone. The 2-3 zone is set up with a two guard top and three bottom. In zones, instead of players matching up with an opponent, each player in the zone is responsible for a certain area on the court. The two top defenders are responsible for the top and wing areas. The bottom defenders cover the area around the lower paint and baseline. The most vulnerable areas of the 2-3 zone are the perimeter and the high post. The short corner can also be vulnerable in a 2-3 zone. When guarding the perimeter in a 2-3 zone, we want to make sure our top two defenders don't allow any dribble penetration. If the guard up top on offense is a good shooter, we will have the closest player guard them and the other top defender guard the high post. When a pass to the wing is made, the top defender will pick up the player in their zone. The other top guard will move over to the middle, and the three bottom defenders will shift towards the ball. When the ball is passed to the corner, the closest defender will close out. The two top defenders will slide down, and the bottom defenders will move to the line or level of the ball. We have our defenders be level with the ball to see cutters from the backside, flashing to the openings in the zone. When the ball gets swung along the perimeter, the same defender movements will happen on each side. When the ball gets up top, the closest top defender closes out and tries to send the offensive player towards where the other top defender is. In the 2-3 zone, our outside bottom defenders help the top defenders guard the perimeter. Three will close out and do their best to not allow any shots or dribble penetration. When player two comes and takes over for three, three moves back in what we call a bump or bumping. Player one slides over to take away high post, and the other bottom two defenders shift over. Now let's talk about defending skip passes. A first pass is when our offensive player passes to a player next to them. A second or two passes away means the offensive player is not directly next to them. A skip pass is when you skip over the first pass and offensive player to pass it to the second pass player. When a skip pass to the corner happens, same defense rotations are made. Closest bottom defender closes out, and the top two defenders slide down, and the other bottom defenders shift, being level with the ball. Skip pass from the corner to the top, player one will close out. While closing out, two routes over, guarding the high post, and the bottom defenders shift over. If a corner to corner pass is made, four will close out to the corner. The top two defenders slide down and over, and the bottom defenders shift. Skip passes to the wing from the corner. Four will close out until player one can get there. We love communication on defense. We will have our top defender yell bump to the bottom defender closing out in a skip pass to let them know that they can drop back into their area. Same defensive rotations will occur. Two will guard the high post and the bottom defenders shift. Skip pass from the wing to the opposite wing. Player 3 will close out. Player 2 will bump player 3. The other top guard slides over to the high post, and the other bottom two defenders shift. Pass from the wing to the opposite corner. Player 4 closes out. 5 and 3 shift. 1 covers the wing, and 2 covers the high post area. Now let's talk about guarding the high post. Most teams try to defeat the 2-3 zone by having 3 perimeter players and 2 post players. The job of the top 2 defenders is to make sure that the ball doesn't get into the high post. If one defender is guarding the ball, the other is defending the high post. When a pass into the high post is made, 5 will step up to take the ball. This leaves the middle of the paint open. 4 and 3 will pinch to occupy the paint and stop any cuts from players to occur. 1 and 2 will be active and ready for when the high post player passes the ball out towards the perimeter. Guarding the high post when the ball is on the wing, player 1 closes out and player 2 slides over and gets on the high side and in front of the high post player. Player 5 will take a step up to help with the high post. When in this situation, player 2 can stay and deny the high post pass or take a step towards the top depending on which offensive player is more of a threat. When we have an offensive player in the high post and a skip pass is made, the same defensive coverage occurs. Bottom defender 3 will close out and stay until player 2 comes over and bumps. Player 1 will shift over and guard the high post. Player 5 will shift over first to guard the block while player 3 is closing out to prevent short corner passes. Then steps up to help with the high post once player 3 gets bumped and 4 shifts over. When the ball gets into the high post from the wing, player 4 will guard the low post and 5 will guard the high post. Player 2 will help with the high post but still has the responsibility of guarding the offensive player on top. 3 will creep towards the paint but still has the responsibility to get out to the offensive player on the wing. There is a popular offensive strategy against a 2-3 zone called overloading or overload. When this happens, all the offensive players are on one side of the floor. When an overload occurs, player 2 will do their best to prevent a high post pass. But in this case, if the high post receives the ball, player 3 will step up and take the ball. Having 3 take the ball will make it so that every offensive player is covered, making it so that the defense can prevent an advantage from the overload. An entry pass to the low post usually comes from the wing, high post, and corner. Most of the time, the pass to the low post is from the wing when the bottom defender comes to help. The best way to prevent low post catches is to have 5 deny the pass to the low post. If the ball gets into the low post, we want player 5, when playing defense in the low post, to push them towards the middle and away from the hoop. This allows help from player 3. Another defensive strategy when guarding the low post is trapping. There are a few ways to trap the low post, and we're going to go over 2 very effective ways. The first trapping strategy is when a forward is being bumped or already down by the low post or short corner area. Having the ball side forward, player 4, and center, player 5, trap. Player 1 takes away the outlet pass. Player 3 will protect the paint and prevent passes to the basket, and player 2 will be guarding 2, being prepared for a skip pass out. The second strategy is when the forward is not in the short corner or low post. When we trap in this situation, we have our opposite top guard come and trap with player 5. Player 5 will need to make sure no baseline drives occur and send middle towards the guard coming from the top. The forward guarding the ball will deny the entry pass back out. Our ball side top guard will drop to the paint. Player 3 will guard the opposite side of the paint, taking away weak side passes. There are 3 other great places to trap in the 2-3 zone. The corner is one of them. The ball side guard and ball side forward will trap. The weak side guard, player 2, denies the wing player. 5 doesn't allow passes to the paint by fronting the post, and player 3 will step up, being prepared for any skip passes. The next 2 strategies should be used only on occasion to create an element of surprise, because the offense can exploit these traps easier. The first strategy we'll talk about is trapping up top. Once the ball handler crosses the half court line, we will trap at the top of the key. The top 2 guards will spring up and trap the ball handler. The 2 forwards will match up with the first pass, the players in each wing. Player 5 will guard the high post and low post. The last trapping spot is on the wing. When the ball goes to the wing, the ball side bottom defender stays and does not get bumped down by the guard coming over. The guard will then help the forward trap. 5 will deny the low post, 1 will deny the pass back up top, and 4 will get to the high post, being prepared to close out if a skip pass is made to the weak side. Finishing up, the 2-3 zone, when performed correctly, can be beneficial for your team. There is a lot to go over with the 2-3 zone. Make sure to check the description for more insight and thoughts about the 2-3 zone. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.